Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm registered dietitian Kristen Vanderwoody. This month for our Wellness Talk and Food Demo, we will be discussing plant-based eating, which has become increasingly popular over the past few years as people not only realize the health benefits, but also the environmental benefits of this style of eating. And it doesn't mean that you have to give up meat or animal products completely, so don't worry. But we will cover all of that soon, so let's get started. As always, first let's take a look at some statistics. So, eating a plant-based diet decreases risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. 83% of food greenhouse gas emissions are from meat, eggs, and dairy. Water footprint of a vegetarian or vegan diet is about 50% less, and substituting beans for beef would free up 42% of U.S. cropland, or 1.6 times the size of California, which is pretty big. So what exactly does plant-based eating mean? Well, it doesn't mean you have to give up meat entirely. Even reducing your animal food sources by a small amount each week will have a positive impact on your health and the environment. If you're new to plant-based eating, you can just focus on one meal or one day at a time. Small changes make a big difference. You want to make sure you're choosing more foods from plant sources, including legumes, whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and nuts, and less from animal sources. You also want to choose a plant-based diet pattern that works best for you, that works best for your lifestyle. Like I said, small changes can make a big difference. There are 4 different kinds of plant-based diet patterns. So you'll want to choose the one that works best for you. So the flexitarian still eats eggs, dairy foods, and occasionally meat, poultry, fish, and seafood. The pescatarian still eats eggs, dairy foods, fish, and seafood, but typically doesn't eat meat or poultry. The vegetarian or the lacto-ovo-vegetarian includes both eggs and dairy foods, but no meat, poultry, fish, or seafood. And then the vegan has absolutely no animal products, which I always forget does include honey as well because it comes from bees. And like I said before, you don't have to completely eliminate all animal foods or animal products. If that's what you like, you can still have them. You just have to choose what works best for you. So even going one meal or having a meatless Monday, as people like to say, can make a big difference for not only your health, but also for the environment. So getting started with a plant-based eating pattern. You move plant-based foods to the center of your plate. So you want this to be the main focus of your meal. You want to focus on more of the veggies, the whole grains, legumes, and fruits, and less on the animal-based foods. Also be sure to include healthy fats such as nuts, seeds, avocado, olives, and olive oil. Stop worrying about the protein. We as Americans are very focused on getting enough protein, and the average American actually consumes too much. So eating a balanced diet with a variety of plants throughout the day will meet your protein needs. Add whole grains to a meal. You want to make sure that half of your grains for the day that you're consuming are whole grains. These have more vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Also, keep it simple. Don't go too complicated. Don't try and do a big goal or too much at once. You want to keep it simple, keep it realistic, small, obtainable goals. You can also start choosing a fruit for dessert instead of what you normally eat. You can replace dairy milk with things like cashew milk, oat milk, rice milk, coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk. There's even plant-based coffee creamers. You just want to make sure that if you're replacing dairy milk with soy milk, that's the one that contains a comparable amount of protein. The other ones, like the nut-based milks, like the cashew or almond milk, don't have as much protein in them as the dairy milk. So you'll just want to be mindful of that. Go vegan for one meal per week. Like I said, don't beat yourself up. Small changes make a big difference, and keep an open mind. Try new flavors and recipes, try new ingredients and restaurants, and have some fun in the kitchen. Have fun with it. So now on to the delicious part of our presentation.